We're back. Oh yeah, I forgot they changed the story mode icon to that very lovely image of. Well, I thought things were on fire, but I guess those are campfires. But that still is not what we want, because that, I guess, are British tents. We don't want those. Also, I happen to see that if I have this correct, this is a short little story DLC, and you get to play as Ade. That sounds real cool. And I was thinking about how, like, I like Ade, but he doesn't get a chance to really do anything, does he? He's kind of just always there on the ship. The story doesn't really use him for anything, aside from the time he helped me break out of prison. But it's cool that he'll be the protagonist of the DLC, apparently. And also an assassin. I didn't think he became one. So, I didn't really get to do anything between streams because I can't leave the island. I didn't realize I'm at a story point where you're not allowed to leave. So I had to wait to be able to do anything. But I did look up where the last Mayan stones are. And I still have icons for them, but presumably once I finish this, can I? No, I wanted to go under the boat. Presumably once we're free of this blockade, then they'll probably show up as icons, because they do that sometimes.
The Commodore's dead. Are we ready?
We're close. We've got a problem with the galleon. There's a couple of dozen. Bloody hell. You'd raise a cloud here, louts. You sat on enough gunpowder to blow New Providence off its rocks.
Lay off me, mate. I'm well chafed.
As I was telling, a squad of lobsters has commandeered our galleon. We're gonna have to clear it out before we use them cannons to blow the blockade.
Somehow I forgot that I was still wearing the Templar armor. I'll change it eventually. Just not yet.
Stay near the fire ship, Captain. Keep it afloat. Crowd on all the sail we have. Shorten sail. Get off the squall.
Since I couldn't do anything in this between streams, I actually got back to playing Mario and Rabbids. And it's not like I didn't have time to play Mario and Rabbids when I was doing stuff for this game, but I just didn't. But now I've gone back to it, and I'm only like one battle further in than I was because I have hit a difficulty spike, it seems.
They're on the bowline to head. Come to planks.
What does that mean? What does that mean, gallons to planks? I don't know what that means. I know larboard and starboard, and that's it.
Awaiting orders. Fire. Take a shot.
Yeah, I'm in the like I think it's World 3, like the spooky area. And I was stuck on this battle where it's like, oh, defeat all the enemies, and there were, I think they call them Valkyries? Maybe Valkyrie isn't the right word. Where are all the things that are showing up on the... There they are. Come on, we gotta catch up. Okay, better get a little closer, just a little closer, just a little bit more. Okay. That was overkill. I did not need to use the heavy shot, but I thought I was gonna be too slow with the regular cannons. Yeah, I was on this battle where you get to kill all the enemies, and they have these like the Valkyries and these shield guys.
We're ready, sir. Say it works.
And now I'm on the battle directly after that, and I'm stuck because it's like kill 7 enemies, and then some of the enemies that spawn are the ones that I absolutely hate. The freaking... I forget what they're called, but they're like the guys who carry big heavy objects and slam you with them. The problem with them is that whenever they take damage, even on your turn, they'll run towards you. So it's very hard to damage them without them coming over and clobbering you. It's very frustrating, and I hate them. I don't really know how to deal with them other than hoping I get a honey off on them. I hit them with honey so they can't move. Escape the blast radius. Oh. I realized too late what that meant. I was too busy thinking about covering those stupid clobberer enemies in honey so they can't move. And I guess ink works too, because that makes it where they can't attack.
Stay near the fire ship, Captain. Keep it afloat.
Ah, man, I'm way back at the... I'm at the very beginning. I was about to blow up the thing, and they reset me to the very beginning. That's not cool. Do I have my heavy shot back? Yeah, I think it gave me heavy shot back. You want to see some overkill? Heavy shot. No, mortar. Okay, I did not lead my shot as much as I thought I did. I wish the chase cannons were not just chain shots. It's like having cannons on the front of my ship would be really cool if they weren't the chain shot, which is not really an offensive shot. Like, see, these guys, they got regular cannons. I guess that's still kind of, they're small enough where it works. But still. On larger ships, it certainly doesn't do anything. There's a bottle there, a message. Sadly, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find all of the lore, because I think some of it is contained in manuscripts, and manuscripts, I killed my ally by ramming them. Ain't that the dumbest thing? As I was saying, some of the manuscripts are in just like, I don't know about regular treasure chests, but they are in treasure chests sometimes, as far as I remember. So I don't know that I would want to go around picking them all up if I don't know where they all are. But hopefully whatever, you know, if I don't end up getting all the pieces of lore, that whatever I can glean from what I do pick up will tell an interesting story anyway. Will allow me to see if the story is interesting. I meant to rephrase that so it sounded like I doubted it less, and then I made it sound more like I doubted. Reach. Okay, I'm going too fast. I need to get that gunboat. Never mind. Oh, that's spooky. I mean, not really. I don't think so. That's kind of the thing about spookiness. It's like it's very subjective, and I'm starting to realize like maybe I do just have a really high tolerance for spookiness. What does that mean? Because, like, I feel like more and more I'm hearing people call something creepy or cursed, and it's like, what are you talking about? That's not creepy at all. So it's probably a me problem. I don't really know why, though. It's not like I grew up watching horror movies. In fact, quite the opposite. I was a big scaredy cat as a kid. Still kind of am, but at least I'm sensible enough to be able to watch a horror movie if I want to. What are you doing over there? Stupid gunboat. Well, I think we're... Nope, wait, no, there's more.
They've got help joining the fray. Captain Ransom, I'm there.
I wonder if the icon leads the shot for me, so all I gotta do is get an enemy in it and then fire. Nope. No, not the fire barrels. They're not gonna hit it. If I'm hearing that right, gallons to planks. I guess that means like, oh, the planks are gathering gallons of water because they're sinking. Okay, I'm gonna speed up so I can stop in the circle because I don't know if I have to be in the circle.
We broke through. Get clear of the fleet now and we're home free.
Alright, and all I gotta do is not die. Because I don't have an ally to defend or accidentally kill. I'm pretty confident I could take these ships out.
No pressure, eh, Captain? Here comes now. We ain't out of this yet. Watch your elbow, Jack! Fire! Look, Captain, I won't play shot. Fire! Ready to bomb!
Oh, what's the matter? You stopping? Or your sails on fire? Well, I guess not anymore. Got no sails. Like a bad retail worker. Or something. Good. I didn't manage to blow myself up somehow on the way to the finish line. I then had to start from the very beginning again for the 4th time.
They're boarding up your ass, governor! Prancing about like they took a prize.
They didn't start that shanty from the beginning. I think they skipped a part on it too. Are we getting pulled out again? So soon? Maybe the story is wrapping up. Nope, okay, just skipping forward in time. Great Inagua, 1718.
Oh, hi, kid. You missed quite a time.
Aye. Pity about Nassau and Blackbeard flying the coop.
Well, we'll see about Thatch.
Vane's off to see him now, and I'm following soon.
This is what's left of your experiment in democracy.
Aye. We do as we please here, and we take our time doing it.
For Christ's sake, Edward. Don't anything but the stink of riches wrinkle your nose.
What's got into you, man?
Reality, mate. Reality. See that you ain't pulled into the drink by this drowning rat.
Aye. I've lived longer than most men who trod this path.
Well, I want to know now. What is the story objective? Oh good, there is a nest down here. Or a thing I can land into. I was gonna climb the tree because it seemed like the kind of tree that would do that. And then as I was climbing, I was like, wait, does this have a thing? Or it could just be a tree that's going up and has no purpose. Yeah, you know what? I don't want upgrades right now. I still got jacked up upgrades to buy. I should have been doing Kenway's fleet, but I didn't. Did I mention, like, I'm pretty sure those take, they're real time, not in-game time. So you can put your Switch in sleep if you have this on Switch, and you can just, like, boot it up intermittently to take care of that. You don't have to actively do stuff with it. Or have the game actively open, I mean. I don't know where I'm going to the Sailor Sea. We're probably gonna follow Kid somewhere. Or we will be sailing all the way over to... Do not go gently. I mean, I could go gently over to that. I could find a good fast travel point. Oh, I'm facing the wrong way. If we get detected, the shanty's gonna stop. Or it'll just stop anyway. That's what I think of your ship. Glad there's a guy who shouts, "Hey, we're gonna be shot!" right before we get shot. It's very helpful. Get out of the way. I probably should check to see if I have any upgrades, but I'm in combat right now. I can't do that. Gotcha. Burned your what? Ooh, that's really scenic. Good place to go down to my quarters and see if I can get upgrades. I could get a stronger RAM. What do I not have maxed out that I want maxed out? I guess the mortar. Well, this is... Oh, I don't have the plans. It's like, oh, well, if it's only money, I'll buy that. Not until I find the Elite Fire Barrel plan. Which... It wasn't in any sunken place, and... I guess I can't say I know I have all the maps, but it's not on any maps I have right now, I think. Or if it is, I just ignored it, and I'm... deciding against it now. So, yeah, I guess I will save up for a stronger mortar, because the mortar is already pretty strong, so having it be even stronger, I mean, obviously, that's always a good thing. I'll go ahead and sell the stuff. I guess I don't really need to, but since I'm here anyway, I'll do it. Really, no point in waiting. Except for the dopamine hit of selling a lot of stuff to get a lot of money.
Captain has the helm. Clues down, cancel.
Wait, other way.
Crowd on every inch of sail. Unfurl aloft. Man your sheets.
What you got? Metal? Might as well go take that. Eh, you know what? I will board. I wasn't gonna. I will. hate to interrupt the shanty.
Grapple's ready. Just say the word, Captain.
Come on. Swirl back around. Come on, get over the wave. So it's one of those things where the realism for me just does not equal more fun. It's like, yeah, I get that in real life ships have to follow the wind and they have to get over, you know, they struggle to get over waves because of gravity. But for me, it's just like, I would rather play Wind Waker where I don't have to worry about the waves. Not that this game and Wind Waker are equivocable. Did I say that word right? They're not equal to each other. Yeah, press B to break enemy defense. How about no? How about I don't need to? Hey, Edward, stop posing after killing a guy with your fancy gun swords. I don't even know how you're reloading those. Just lower my wanted level. Why not? It really makes that the guy who stands on all the ports being like, hey, you want to lower your wanted level? Give me money. It's like really makes that guy irrelevant that you can just do that with any ship you take. Like it's not any because like there were some naval missions where it's like, oh, go fight that ship and board it and kill it. And then your only option after that is to repair the jackdaw with it. There. Swing back. Is that where that ends? I thought there was one more verse. Or maybe I missed the one. You think that you... How rare do you think it is for two ships to have sailed close enough to each other that they can hear each other's shanties? I feel like that's probably was never a thing. I don't think anyone has ever sung their shanties loud enough to be heard by a passing ship. But you gotta wonder.
Set a course due north, lads. We're off to find Captain That.
Wait, what for? He said he was out. What are we gonna go bother him for? Why is my back so itchy right now? Jeez, stop itching back. It's like itchy in multiple places.
A great disappointment you are, Thatch. His mind's made up to stay, he says. It's a sodding. And hang all of you lot that follow this sorry bastard into obscurity.
Obscurity, he says.
The man's a prick. I know you're come to call me home, Kenway. Your faith in me is kind. Nassau done in. I feel I'm finished.
I'm not of the same mind, mate. But I won't begrudge you the state of yours.
You still looking for that sage fellow?
Aye.
Taking a prize a month back, I heard a man named Roberts was working a slave ship called the Princess. Might want to see about it.
The princess. Cheers, Thatch.
Oh, don't sit there like a barrel of wet fish. We're celebrating my retirement! Uncork this man's breakfast!
Who would have thought that that's something you would do in this game, is celebrate Blackbeard's retirement. I don't know about anyone else, but I would have assumed Blackbeard died at sea. You know, he probably died in some epic battle, not retired quietly on some island somewhere. I mean, I could believe, like, he escaped and just, you know, kind of disappeared as he, you know, as his own form of, pirate retirement. But not that he, you know, settled anywhere we would recognize and just decided, you know what, I'm not a pirate anymore. Life's not for me anymore.
Lieutenant! You out here? What? Stay here. Shoot anything that moves.
There was a deserter among them who recalled my face. I sliced into his gullet before any word left his lips.
Anybody see? Don't think so, sir. Don't think so, sir.
I reckon Kenway suspects something.
I reckon Kenway suspects something. Hey, who was that in the bush? Was that Kenway?
Fair gathering.
Anyway, so Kenway...
That will suit our brothers.
What's my next move? Nope, not the wall.
What sort of man is Tell me about Edward. What sort of man is he?
It's back, sir. At least that's what he calls himself. But he's a mad bugger, he is. Cracked as a glass teapot, sir.
Details now. Stop talking in gibberish.
Well, sir, he likes his drink, for instance. Only he makes them queer. Takes the usual rum fifth and fills it with half a weight of gunpowder to top it off.
Did I hear you all right? He drinks gunpowder?
Aye, sir.
Just on this side.
And only last week he rounded up a score of his crew and made us sit in the hold of his ship while he burnt off sulfur and other sickening minerals. We just sat there like it was one of a million pits of hell and nothing less ordinary.
Good God! What the hell for?
Like to test his crew is all. Tease out their fitness or what. Of course, it always turned out he was the fittest of the lot. Thought for a moment I'd die there. Bloody savages.
Quickly, send the signal. And remember always this day.
What the devil?
I want to say this is the part you play in the E3 demo back in the day. This is a nice parkour sequence. Sure is reminiscent of the days of... I mean, I guess 3 did also have some pretty action-packed sequences, but, you know, stuff like this reminds me of Brotherhood and Revelations when they were really trying to emphasize the action of the games. Hang up, I got it. Scratch my nose. Oh, is that it? It's only the one ship. Is that all you can do? Ah, man. Fired it right into the ocean. Oh, I have at least one ally alive. board the man war. Okay. Just don't make me cut its flag down. So that's the lamest objective.
Stop, stop! Let's get moving! All sails loose and stay tight!
Wait, did my ally sink? Or did they just despawn because I don't need them anymore?
Grappling hooks away! Let's do the try!
Kill the captain, kill the powder reserves, kill 20 people. Not including the captain. Hang on, hang on, hang on. No, stop stabbing me. Stop it. See, it's stuff like this that really makes me say that boarding is not as fun as it sounds. The extra objectives just make it annoying. I mean, not the objectives themselves, but trying to do anything. Excuse me. Trying to do anything while people are stabbing you. Yeah, I really feel I could use some stronger swords. I forget, were there stronger swords? I think Ezio's were stronger. Okay, we'll switch to those. Gun swords are neat, but all they are is a finisher. Just a fancy finishing animation. One that honestly I don't really care for because they can be a little too long. Stop! I'm pressing A. And then he stripped out of nowhere, and so did that guy. So did the captain. Yeah, let me see if there are any crewmen in trouble. I don't see any. Yeah, that guy. Saved him. Maybe Thatch did die at sea. Well, this would be the point where any people who actually knew pirate history would have snapped their fingers and went, knew it. I knew he was going to die. I saw the date. I knew he was going to die. Because they do tend to keep the... Well, I say tend. I don't know if they ever stopped.
Where's the jackdaw?
But they tend to keep the dates accurate of when people die. I think if they ever stopped, I think at least at this point in the series, they were still doing that. Because I know 3 still does that. Escape the zone and become anonymous. You know, I should have expected them to make a big deal out of killing Thatch. You know, killing Blackbeard, not just because he's, you know, Blackbeard, the most iconic pirate. But because they actually made him a pretty cool guy in this game. Again, not really sure what he was like in real life, how accurate him trying to barter for medicine for an island would have been. But at least in this game, he was a pretty cool guy. And of course, the rule of stories is the coolest guy dies.
Did he fall? Captain?
He drinks damnation.
Well, okay, less the coolest guy dies and more the key to an effective death is to make the character likable. Oh, guards from when I was sneaking. Use heavy shot to incapacitate the bandit. Well, whatever. Attack and capture a fort. Good tip! There are no forts left. I sure can put that tip to use. Where are we off to now? Down over there. Vane Glorious? Oh, it's because the guy, because Vane. I still haven't read any of the database entries for really anyone.
Get the mainsails into the wind! Loose topsails, gallants and royals!
You know, I did pass by a video that had, that talked about the history of the West Indies. And I think it was implied, I saw implied in the thumbnail that it's like, oh, it's going to talk about some stuff that shows up in this game. I did not watch it because I figured it was like, oh, well, you know, even if they don't talk about Assassin's Creed 4 directly, if they talk about the same historical figures, technically that's spoilers. So, well, good thing I did it because I forgot Thatch died. But I'm starting to wonder, you know, we're getting closer to the end of the game, I think. It feels like. Makes me wonder, would I be safe watching that video now? Also, I just noticed that I'm damaged. Timmy!
So Thatch has been chopped. Fuck's sake.
He was outnumbered. I couldn't reach him.
Devil damn the man who was faced with his arms divided.
It's hard to let go of the life you know best.
My own idiot father liked to brag about how he went to purchase a ship of his own. I'll get a privateering contract, Charlie. Your old dad'll be a captain. Drowned in a whiskey bottle before he ever left shore. Right, Kenway. I've been musing on this plan of yours. This observatory you're always going on about. How do we know it exists?
We find a slave ship called the Princess. Aboard should be a man called Roberts. He can lead us to it.
Oh, right. I just remembered that
Slaves work for the
Roberts is the sage's name.
Find one of their ships and start asking some questions.
Give me some speed!
What's our course, Captain?
We're looking for slave ships. Any that work for the Royal African Company.
You don't mean to traffic human cargo now, do you?
No, Jesus, Annie. You know me better than that. We're only after information. Looking to find where the Princess docks in her spare time.
The Princess. Slave ship.
Right. Blackbeard told me there's a good chance we'd find the Sage aboard there.
Interesting that he called him Blackbeard there. I didn't notice them. I didn't notice any other instance where they called him Blackbeard.
I think we're clear, sir.
And I think it's just interesting to note that, hey, the nickname stuck by this point. He didn't call him Thatch.
Can't that animal stay the course we agreed to?
Shit, get to the deck!
What? I don't know who said that, and I don't really know what they just said. I think they said something about ship down to the depth. That's, you know, them telling me, hey, they sank. Which I think is also what gallons to planks is supposed to mean. You know, I should just Google that sometime. Just Google those phrases, see if they are known nautical phrases. I've actually really taken a liking to Bing's, what do they call it, Copilot. They're basically their search engine chatbot. Like, I really don't care about chat AIs. My friend keeps trying to get me to sign up for a website and play around with the bots, but I'm like, I don't care. But I really like the Bing's search engine AI thingy, where instead of Googling a question and then hoping to find some articles that have an answer, like explicitly answering the exact question I asked, I can ask the chatbot a question and it'll basically just generate a Wikipedia page, just be like, hey, here's some things, here's answers to the question you just asked, and here are links to the, you know, here's I'm citing my sources. Oh, hey, there it is.
Captain! The slaver ship is running!
Damn fool! I'll get us in close.
Yeah, I'm already really close to you because I found you so late. Yeah, like, I wouldn't have had, you know, if you were to ask me, like, oh, what do you think of the idea of having a search engine chat AI? It's like, I don't know, it sounds kind of lame. I don't know how much I would trust it. But the fact that it actually, like, cites sources for its answers, it's like, that's really handy. And so far, it has actually, like, made it much easier for me to find an answer to some random question I come up with than just Googling it on its own. So, like, I've been really taking a liking to it lately. It's like,
Vince, dead in the water. I'm taking us close.
I got to thinking about Five Nights at Freddy's security breach again, because some people were talking about it the other day in a Discord server I'm in. And I got to thinking, like, how tall are the animatronics? I'll finish this completely unrelated train of thought after this cutscene.
All clear, pull away!
Oh, okay, that was it.
Chase those bastards down, Kenny. I'll murder the men who got my ship.
Calm, mate. Remember what we're after.
If we time it right, we can use our force to our advantage.
Forts? They expect me to have forts by this point? I mean, I do, but I always wonder, like, when a game expects you to have a certain amount of progress, it's like, well, did they write that because they knew I would, or because I'm supposed to? Or rather, did they check to see if I did, and it's playing situational dialogue, or is that dialogue always there? But yeah, I searched, like, how tall are the Glamrock animatronics? Because just Googling the answer, well, I keep saying Google. No, I use Bing, because it's got the little Microsoft points that you earn when you search things on Bing, and then I can redeem those to donate to charities. Actually, it automatically does. It's just technically not me doing it.
Steel arms are louder than sticks and spittle vein.
I've more than enough of all that.
But that's what I like about it, and it's, you know, I don't really see that much of a difference between it and Google, honestly, aside from, like, layout. Why am I on fists? But yeah, Googling it brought me to a Steam page, a Steam discussion, talking about the animatronics, but it was, like, not up to date, is the way I know how to put it. I forget what game it was up to, but yeah, they didn't have all the animatronics. I think it went to, like, sister location, but it didn't have the Glamrock animatronics on there. So I clicked the button to change my search from basically a Bing search to a chatbot search, and the chatbot gave me my answer. Apparently they're 6 feet tall, which I did kind of expect them to be tall. That was my assumption, but like 6 feet kind of surprises me a little bit. Hello, Bapinoi, Bampinoi. Apparently I'm Doodle Bob.
This captain claims the princess sails out of Kingston every few months.
Right. We'll set a course.
You made ash of my sails and rigging, jackanapes. You owe me a share.
You owe him a ship.
Damn it, Vane!
Oh, Charles, what a surly devil you
Don't
are.
fuck with me, Jack.
Oh, but it's my mandate to fuck with you, Charles. Lads, see, the boys and I had a bit of counsel while you were wasting time with this lot, and, well, they figured I'd be a fitter captain than you reckless dogs.
I'll cut you another cunt, Tracer!
I'd be a fitter captain, says the guy who was smoking a pipe on a barrel of gunpowder.
Tenner, down in Kingston, but with you two grog blossoms, I can't take any chances.
You regret this day, Rackham.
I regret most of them already. Tie them up! Cast them off.
And now we're skipping forward
I'll
to...
cut you, Jack Rackham! I'll open you up, I'll tear out your organs, and string a bloody loop with them!
Stop your goddamn howling, Vane! There's no bloody use!
Well, well, the fearsome Edward Kenway speaks, eh? Pray tell us, Captain, how to quit this predicament. And tell us what genius you have for sailing a boat with no sails and no rudder.
Shut your gob!
They wrecked the Jackdaw? Oh, well, at least I used the force defenses to sink a ship. I didn't even... I have no idea how I did that, but I did it, apparently. Did they just switch my outfit for me? Are they forcing me to be into the assassin clothes? Oh, they're forcing me into a different outfit.
Keep still now. I'll take these oysters you've ordered.
You mad sap. This island's crawling with food if only you'd care to look for it.
Yeah, I am looking, Louts. Found some just here. Don't come following now. Do you hear me? Don't come looking for me.
You've got a pointy stick. I've still got my hidden blades. Why did I let him take my food? You know, if that were a combat encounter, I could have easily just pressed A to counter and I would have sidestepped his spear and stabbed him in the face. I wonder what island we're on. That one, apparently. Ah, there we go. There's two of the stellae I'm missing. The stilettos. Nah, see, I hate the swimming controls because sometimes he just doesn't... Okay, I was saying that about the diving spots, not in general, but... Same logic of him swimming past something and I'm actively telling him, no, not that way. I am pressing the opposite direction on the thumbstick. And he doesn't stop. I feel like something is missing from that synchronization sequence. Like it was missing music or something. Maybe I'm just thinking back to 3. Okay, and I'm gonna go deeper into the jungle with no shoes. I can't believe they took my shoes.
Come, let us drink it while we have breath. For there's no drinking after death. And he that will his health deny, down among the dead men, down among the dead men, down, 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 down among the dead men, let's him lie. Go dance with the fishermen and their dories, Kenway! This island's mine! Come at me, and I'll cap you, bastard! It was your bloody imagination that landed us here, Kenway. I'll be damned if I let that mind make one more decision for me.
Will you not talk to me, Vane? Are you fixed on this madness?
Madness? Nothing mad about a man fighting to survive, is there?
I mean you no harm, you corker. Now let's work this out like gentlemen.
Oh, God! I've got a bleeding headache on account of your jabbering. Now stay back and let me live in peace.
I would if you stop filching the food I gather and the water I find.
I'll stop nothing till you paid me back in blood. You was the reason we were out looking for slavers, and you was the reason Jack Rackham took my crew.
You know, I wonder, is Rackham the pirate that Jack Sparrow was based off of? I feel like they share mannerisms and clownishness. But again, I have not seen a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, so I really only know that secondhand. Where's that viewpoint? I think he's standing on it. Or standing in front of it. Nope, it's the crack. Grab the crack. Which sometimes he does, and then sometimes it's like, oh, I can't do that. Ooh. You expect me to climb on this rock face? There's no footholds. Ah, man. Can I recover? I think I can. Come on. See. You could totally climb that if the game allowed me to. Wondering if maybe there's a faster route I could have taken to get up. Nope, not down. You get on. No, get on top of the pillar. I don't know what you were grabbing there. The crack. Is this the right way? Well, there's another crack. Dude. I'm gonna catch you, but first. But first, I will pretend to be an eagle. I wonder where that other Mind Stone is. Must be somewhere in this circle from that viewpoint. I'm sure Vane's gonna lead us there. It was a very thunky splash I just made. Very thunk. Where did he get bullets?
I said not to follow!
Where did you get a musket?
You've lost your head, man!
It's a fair exchange for finding these flintlocks and grenados.
Listen, Vane. We can hunt with those guns.
And I mean to!
Maybe Jack is a better captain than you. You're a complete idiot, it seems. It's a little reminiscent of the... What is it, Valley Forge in Assassin's Creed 3? With the part where you gotta run from hiding spot to hiding spot, trying not to get shot by the British volleys.
Bloody rags will be all that's left of
Oh, that's not gonna
Kenway.
leave me up there. Man, suddenly I'm hungry for Doritos, but I think we're out of Doritos. Oh. Like an episode of Looney Tunes. He just disappeared and left a bomb in his place. A bomb with the lit views.
You and your bloody fairy stories got us into this mess, Kenway. And I'll be damned if I let you turn me into another.
You keep this up, and I'll have to kill you, Vane.
Bloody try, by all means.
I mean, you did insist. Does something just spawn right in front of the camera? Say, look, he could climb this crack, but he won't.
I see you coming,
Ow.
sir. I see you plain and clear.
Ow. Oh, hello. Nope. Eaten by a croc.
You and your bloody fairy
Optional
stories
objective,
got us
skin
into this
animals.
mess, Kenway. And I'll be damned if I let you drag me into another.
You keep this up, and I'll have to kill you, Vane.
Bloody try, by all means.
What if I just don't climb on anything? Oh, a jaguar. That's what if. Okay. Maybe I could get this map while I'm over here. I pressed the wrong button. Well, there's one. It's like the only repeating animation in this entire game you can skip. Oh, I died right by him. Excuse me, I died right by him. Isn't that funny that I died right next to the guy who also died? It's like, hey, I feel your pain, buddy. I know what you're going through.
It's either you or me who's leaving this island alive, Welcher. Because I'm not going to sail again in a world cursed by your ugly mug. Blow off some limbs.
Aw, I was gonna climb that. Now I'm stuck. And another funky splash noise.
I'll flush you out.
Stop getting stuck on stuff for no reason, jeez!
Not dead yet.
Come across here.
No escaping me.
Tell me there's a point to grabbing this ledge. Come on. There, I can get
I'll
up.
flush you out.
See, he's totally climbing on things that were by that
Not dead
that were
yet. Here.
etched on that waterfall that I was totally sure I could climb, but the game wouldn't let me. Ow.
You
And then he fell.
damn fucking knave, Vane!
Nancy boy. Only done half a fucking job.
Fucking hell. Is this my reward for believing the best about men? For thinking that a bilge rat like you could muster up some fucking sense once in a while? Maybe Hornigold was right. Maybe the world does need men of ambition to stop the likes of you from mucking it all up.
Or maybe you just don't have the stones to live with no regrets.
Don't save me a spot in hell, Shanka. I ain't coming soon.
I knew it! I knew they were gonna have air assassinate Vane. And if it popped on screen, I totally missed it, but I knew I should have. Sorry, I just kicked a box. I don't know if the mic picked that up. Back in Inagua.
Stealing a fishing schooner single-handed. Damn canny, Captain.
As is taking back my break from this pillock. Once again, I thank you both.
Okay, they didn't sink the jackdaw. They
Does
took
Billy
the
Houghton
jackdaw.
last 2 months with your ship before he came limping back to Nassau. Took the pardon straight away.
I had to, lads. That Rogers was onto me from the first. Hold your tongue, Rackham.
Yeah, I wonder if he
So what
succeeded
now?
in selling Ade.
Still chasing
I
your
hope
pursuit
not.
of fortune.
Aye, and I'm close. I've heard the Sage is sailing out of Kingston on a ship called the Princess.
Put your ambition to better use, Kenway. Find the sage with us.
I've no stomach for you and your mystics, Mary. I want a taste of the good life. An easy life.
No one honest has an easy life, Edward. And it's aching for one that causes the most pain. All right, Rackham. Back to retirement.
Even if he didn't succeed at selling Ade, he definitely has the right to be angry about the idea at all.
Good day, Captain.
Well, time to go back to where I was after I got marooned. I still got a Mayan stone to get. Where was it? There we go. Oh, it's showing up now. Yeah, I'll fast travel to here. Which is funny, because I got on the ship and got the fast travel menu open. And then I fast traveled somewhere that I have to walk. Oh, they put me back in the Templar clothes. Oh, wait. I should have jumped. Aw, man. Wasn't thinking. Well, I was thinking. What I was thinking was that the viewpoint was going to drop me down into waters that were going to flow down the way we went. Actually, wait. Yes, they did. Yeah, down there. That's what I was thinking of. Is that another jaguar? Yep. Well, apparently I didn't have to go searching these down because they were going to come to me. At least 2 of them did. 3! Also, I don't know if I can do anything with that... What was it? The white jaguar pelt I got from the Templar hunt mission? I assume it's just for selling, but I'm going to hang on to it just in case it's an upgrade at some point that I just don't remember or know about. You know, I keep thinking about how excited I am to get to Rogue now that I'm starting to enjoy this game more. And excited to do more of the, you know, have a continuation of the modern day story and do more of the modern day stuff. But I keep forgetting, like, oh, wait, there's the DLC I gotta do first. Which I am also excited to get to, especially now that I know you play as Ade. That's gonna be real cool, I bet. Now, the post I saw that mentioned, hey, look, this grew back. Ain't that funny? The post that I saw that mentioned that you play as Ade, they likened it to the DLC that 3 got, the Tyranny of King Washington. But I don't know if that means it's an alternate reality bit, or if that's just, you know, because they were released the same. Because they're both, like, additional DLC stories that are kind of standalone. Remember when I turned this corner and then blew up? Good times. There are people here now? What for?
You're dead!
No, you're dead. Remember, kicking someone in the balls may not be legal in boxing, but when it's life or death, it's totally legal. Free hostages without being protected. Oh, man.
You there, ho!
Oh. Well then, how about I just kill you guys in response? In retaliation for killing those guys that could have been crewmen. Fastest guns in the West Indies. Ah, but not when I'm reloading. Sorry, the AI just it gets me sometimes. I'm standing perfectly still, aiming my guns at him. He's the one moving, runs behind a pillar and goes, "We're losing him!" Because he lost line of sight to me. Alright, let me get this viewpoint, and then I'll grab the... Get this viewpoint, and then I'll grab the stiletto. What's the actual word? Stillet. Obviously, you know, if you couldn't tell, I have no idea what that word means. So I keep mispronouncing it as like steel or stile, whatever I was saying before. Or intentionally calling it stiletto. Even though I know that's not right. I think I can hear the treasure chest. Actually, 'cause I'm pretty sure they're just behind this wall. I might as well get them. Yeah, I thought that crate was for sure some... Edward? Thought for sure the crate was like material drops I could have got. Okay, right up there. Don't know if this is the last one. I think I still need one more after this. But maybe now we'll be able to reach it. Although if these two were on an island that I could only go to after going there in a for story reasons, then it stands to reason that the last one will also be inaccessible until I go to a new island for story reasons.
Aye, another keystone.
Let me just double check here. Inventory, quest items. Yep, 15 of 16. I think the last one is here. So, you think maybe that's where the observatory is? Pretty close viewpoint. Imagine standing in front of a hay bale and then some guy just randomly walks out. Like you never saw him go in, he just comes out. I don't know if that would be more intriguing or freaky. Who are you?
What news are they?
This Barjon works for the Royal African Company. Tell him what you told me.
I haven't seen the princess for 8 weeks or more, meaning she may soon be back.
What else?
I thought this Buck belonged to the other men who was asking about the princess this morning. So I told him that
What other men?
haughty sailor in plain rags, and a gent with a scar just here.
Where have they got to?
Staying just round the corner, they said.
I grow tired of chasing these fantasies of yours, Edward. As does the crew.
Hang in there, man. We're getting close.
Oh, that guy, the guy really had problems deciding where he wanted to take that crate. Is he gonna get stuck again? No? Okay. I suppose I don't need to stay stealthy, but I want to try to. You. And you too, Axeman. Mr. Body Spray. Oh, but it ain't named after you, because you're dead. You died before you got to leave a legacy. How sad is that? Not very sad, because statistically most people don't make a legacy. Boop. Did I say make a legacy? I guess that should be leave a legacy.
After the fights yesterday, let's just pray for a quiet shift.
Trying to reason where they'd be based on like how much space of the square I have not searched yet. Oh, look, there they are. I noticed Rogers highlighting. I was like, oh, hey, that lady over there is highlighted, because I thought he was a lady in a dress, not a guy in a coat.
Stop, I tell you.
Have you alerted the men?
No, but I have.
Have you alerted the men? We're short on time.
Aye. There'll be 2 soldiers waiting for us at the crossroads.
Very good.
If you don't mind me asking, sir, what's the meaning behind these blood samples we're taking?
Torres tells me that blood is required for the observatory to properly function.
How do you mean, sir?
If one wishes to use the observatory to, say, spy on King George, then one would require
gonna kill
a drop
brutes
of the king's blood
gladly.
to do so. In other words, a small sample of blood gives us access to a man's everyday life.
Does Torres...
Is that Edward? Oh, never mind. He just ducked into a bush. Edward doesn't do that.
As have I, Captain Hornigold, as will all Templars. It is a measure of insurance.
And trust, I reckon.
Yes, but fear not. Torres has shipped our samples to a Templar safe house in Rio de Janeiro. We will not be the observatory's first subjects, I assure you.
Ah,
Aye,
man.
sir. I suppose it's a small price to pay for what the Templars have given me in
I didn't fail until I stood up out of the bush.
Have you alerted the men? We're short on time.
Aye. There'll be 2 soldiers waiting for us at the crossroads.
Very good.
If you don't mind me asking, sir, What's the meaning behind these blood samples we're taking? How do
They
you
were
mean, sir?
looking at me and they still didn't see that. They were looking for me and they didn't see that.
Then one would require a drop of the king's blood to do so. In other words, a small sample of blood gives us access to a man's everyday life.
Does Torres mean to spy on me then? For I've just given him a sample of my blood.
As have I, Captain Hornigold, as will all Templars. It is a measure of insurance.
And trust, I reckon.
Yes, but fear not.
Well, I didn't get the one, but I'll
Torres
get
has
this one.
shipped our samples to a Templar safe house in Rio de Janeiro. We will not be the observatory's first subjects, I assure you.
Aye, sir. I suppose it's a small price to pay for what the Templars have given me in return.
Precisely.
Governor, when you hunted pirates in Madagascar, what methods worked best?
I believe it was my charisma that persuaded them. Violence and threats should always be a last resort. In Madagascar, I offered those pirates a choice. Take a pardon and return to England penniless but free men, or be hanged by the neck until dead.
Just
Sure
as you
does sound
did
familiar.
in Nassau.
Precisely. A pity Commodore Chamberlain did not live to see my thorough success.
It's not like you to gloat, Rogers.
We all deserve a moment, don't we?
Yeah, chew it over with a Twix, why don't you?
We used to partake of them as fresh cream on Sunday. Now the shops afloat will be able to have them again. A capital treat.
I still have several days to get out of Bristol. The last storm did a lot of damage.
I don't see how going up could fail me. Oh no, they're not following my route. I was holding A. Holding A is supposed to make you drop more carefully. Little will they realize, the fence they're passing by has me on the other side. Oh, come on. Face the wrong way. Or at least with being able to see them through walls, I can keep a safe distance. Frankly, I don't even need to be hiding, but I will continue to anyway.
Grandmaster, welcome. Buenas noches. What have you learned? The princess was taken by pirates 6 weeks ago, and so far as we know, the sage Roberts was still aboard.
Very good. It is something. And what measures are you taking to recover the princess from these pirates?
Captain Hornigold has dispatched some of his best men to ensure the sage's capture.
What of the sage's present location?
Africa.
Oh, you jumped too far.
I concur, Grandmaster. I should have sailed there myself. One of my slave galleys is far more capable of making a quick journey.
Drew too much attention. Darn it. Tried my best there, but Edward wasn't really listening to what I was telling him to do. I just wanted to leap through the fence and hide in the bush.
Captain Hornigold has dispatched some of his best men to ensure the sage's capture.
What of the sage's present location?
Africa, Your Excellency.
Are they hiding a body?
Fine.
concur, Grandmaster.
Hide their
Sailed there
bodies.
myself. One of my slave galleys would be more than capable of making a swift journey.
Slave galley? Captain, I ask you to divest yourself of that secrecy.
I fail to see the difference between some men and all men. Our aim is to steer the entire course of civilization, not?
A body enslaved inspires the mind to revolt. But enslave a mind's
Uh-oh.
mind. Natural. Efficient.
A fair point.
I don't know how the brute didn't see me. He hopped off the roof to come see me. Why are you going that way? Whoop. Please come this way on the dock. Oro cutscene. Good.
Remind me, where in Africa are we looking?
Principe, sir, a small island.
We've sent 2 of our best men, Burgess and Cochrane. Privateers with fast ships and firm hearts.
Edward Kenway! Imagine my surprise at seeing your jackdaw anchored there. Have you heard all you came to hear? Will you now rescue the sage from our clutching hands?
A pox on you, traitor! You sold us downriver.
Because I found a better path. The Templars know order, discipline, structure. But you never could fathom these subtleties. Goodbye, old friend. You were a soldier once, when you fought for something real. Something beyond yourself.
Man, he's got an axe and he's not even gonna fight me. Or escape and find somewhere to hide. Or, with the controls listen to me. I could just win this fight. We're just gonna keep sending men. It's like my counter button and my kill chain both do not wear out. Unlike my health bar, which will. I hate when they attack me while I'm countering. That's not cool. You're not supposed to do that. See? I won. Eventually. You got any sleep darts on you? Oh, I can't. I can't loot a single person. Oh, there we go. You got any sleep darts? Sleep darts. Change. Change. None of you? I could understand the regular guys. Captains didn't even have them. Or generals or whatever they are. Now I'll just run. Not up the tree, you dingus.
Stop you! Get out of those bushes!
I didn't know they had voice lines for that. Okay, stop. Did that guy spawn on top of me?
What? We've ambushed him! On a hunt! There he is! Clear shot on him! I've got a shot!
Can't climb fences as fast as I can. Where'd he go? Now I gotta wait a million years for. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say wait a million years for them to have their yellow meter empty. Yes, I know I'm on Kingston. Thank you, game. I think I want to go switch my swords. I think I want to see what it's like going with damage over whatever I have on the gun swords. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, there we go. One more damage. That's what I was... Right. I was looking at the wrong number. Oh, actually, right, the Pirate's Scimitars. I should go buy those. For maximum damage. And speed and combo, I just do not care about. Well, my break time alarm just went off, so I guess I should go do that on break. So I will. Okay, I'm back. And I have gotten the swords, and I changed my armor because it just... Why am I facing that way? Face the other way. Oh, they're saying efficiency.
Get on that main seat, trim too.
Sorry about hearing it shaky.
What's our course, Captain?
Principe, Quartermaster. We're sailing for the coast of Africa.
Why do I feel like that's a place I've been into recently in Assassin's Creed? Maybe not been to. Maybe that was one of the places I could ship to with the trading stuff and Liberation. Yeah, I felt kind of wrong just not having the assassin outfit on like I'm supposed to. So I figured I would just change back to this. And then I bought the pirate scimitars because they have the maximum damage. Ah, there we go. I was just wondering, like, where am I supposed to go? And if I feel like maybe they're too slow, I also bought the French something or others. I bought another set of swords that's same speed as the gun swords, but with more damage. Just not as much damage as the pirate scimitars. Which, you know, does feel kind of bad getting rid of the gun swords, but you know, they're not really as cool as they sound. Oh, you gotta sink. You can't be sitting there. You gotta gallons to planks. Yeah, if I end up feeling like maybe the speed did matter, then I can just switch to the other swords. But having high damage right now feels like probably the faster option. Because, you know, kill them in less presses of the button. That's what sounds ideal to me right now. But I'm glad I got to use them at a point in the game that wasn't just the end and then me, you know, deciding like, oh, hey, you know what, maybe I will do those. Man, they didn't drop the anchor. We're drifting away. Yeah, it's nice. It was nice having the gun swords at a point in the game that wasn't the end, because I'm sure that's how I did it before, if I ever got them, period. Because I had already beaten the game and decided, hey, cool, gun swords, let me go get those. But, you know, personally, I'm not as excited by the idea of gun swords as maybe someone else might be. It's like, I don't know, maybe Monster Hunter spoiled me with the charge blade and the switch axe, but putting a gun inside a sword does not sound like the end-all be-all of what a sword could be. Give me the switch axe, where it's a sword that turns into an axe, which I guess also isn't really that cool, but it is still one of my favorite Monster Hunter weapons because of its playstyle. And then the charge blade, which, oh, that didn't hurt. Charge blade, though, it's a sword and shield that can become an axe. And they are very, very noticeably different from each other. As opposed to the switch axe, where sword and axe are kind of just like, hey, how much of your blade do you want? Thanks for setting up your own ambush. Goobers. Oh, flying sword. Okay, woo. Sorry, that was an overreaction, I know. There was no danger to that flying sword. Monkey. Oh, I had to land.
Captain Kenway. Yet another dire situation, Roberts. We really must stop meeting like this.
Stop tailing me and your wish had come true.
There's no need for this. You know I'm as good as my word.
Our Captain Howell was killed today in a Portuguese ambush. Headstrong fool. I warned him not to go ashore.
It was orchestrated by the Templars Burgess and Cockrum. The same sort that took you to Havana.
Ah, I see now there is no escaping the Templars' attention, is there? I suppose it is time to fight back.
I do like the sound of that.
And I know just how I'll do it. But these men, Burgess and Cockrum, they cannot be allowed to leave with word of my escape.
They won't. Count on it.
If you spot any men from my crew, do them some kindness and send them here.
I'll do all I can.
Didn't realize there were still more people. I mean, I guess there's no reason to stay hidden. Unless I do have to stay hidden, and they haven't told me that yet. Man, the weapons are flying all over the place right now. That guy's axe just flew out of his hand. What? Oh, you're supposed to... You didn't do the bush trick. Oh well. I think that does feel nicer. I think it does feel nicer having higher damage. And also not having the slow stab, stab. Ooh, I shot him, and now I'm going to hold my swords in place to emphasize the fact that the gun flung him off the end of my blade. Wait, can I get another entry? I want to get over this fence, and I realize, like, hey, wait, there was a tree. That's probably for getting over the fence. Oh, come on. You can't tell me this tree isn't here so I can hop the fence. Dude. Then why have a tree here? Do I gotta get up in that tree? No. There we go, you can go higher. And jump into the hay. So I guess these are Portuguese guys, he said? These are these the guys he was talking about, or did he... I already forgot, was he talking about his own men? Because these guys are definitely wearing different coats than the Spanish and the British. And I'm just wondering, like... Or actually, it's making me realize... Whoop. That, different armies had different color coats very intentionally, not just for our modern notion of like, oh, it's red versus blue. You gotta have your team colors. But like, thinking about it, it was a genuine concern to stand out from your enemies. Because if everyone's wearing red coats, how do you know who to shoot? Hey, you wanna come check my bush? I'll stab you. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is that these swords are slower, which makes my brain autofill that yes, they are indeed stronger, because slower means stronger. Or if maybe they are actually killing faster. Or third option, they're larger blades, which also makes my brain autocorrect that yes, they are better, when in reality they aren't. But something about these do feel nicer than the gun swords, so I'll probably keep these on. And not just because they have pirate in the name. Seriously, where's the pirate boarding axe? You can't just give me a pirate boarding axe in 3 when I'm not a pirate, and then not give me the pirate boarding axe when I'm a pirate and can board. Oh, there's hostages over there. I'll go deal with that situation. Ow. What are you guys holding these guys hostage for anyway? What's your deal? I don't even need new crewmen anyway. I just thought it was the right thing to do. How many viewpoints were here? Oh, that's it. Okay. I could probably just... excuse me. Jump on down this way. Well, you know what I can do? That's a pretty large barrel of gunpowder. Alright, come on then. I got the big new swords. I'm gonna put them to use. Oh no, he rang the bell. I'm so scared. See, I hate that they do that. It's like, it's not even like a, oh, you just gotta be paying attention. It's like, no, it feels like it's scripted to do that every time. That they're automatically set up to stab me in the back when I'm busy with another animation. Oh man, of course you're gonna have an axe. Follow your own bomb. Ow. And then I fall on you, apparently. Good plan.
You done us good, Kenway. Proved yourself a true bravo. And for what?
His own bloody pride.
You stepped in the path of my prize. Not a thing a man should do.
A cocksure, Cully. Just like Hornigold said.
That Templar scab means nothing to me. None of you do.
And you're worse for it, Kenway. It were the Templars who took us in when all else went to shit. Not our king. Not our country. The Templars.
And I bet if you encountered assassins first, they would have taken you in.
Where's yours?
In honest service, there are thin commons, low wages and hard labor. Yet, as gentlemen of fortune, we enjoy plenty and satisfaction, pleasure and ease, liberty and power. So what man with a sensible mind would choose the former life, when the only hazard we pirates run is a sour look from those without strength or splendor? Ha! Now, I have been among you 6 weeks. And in that time, I have adopted your outlook as my own, and with so fierce a conviction that it may frighten you to see your passions reflected from me in so stark a light. But if it's a captain you see in me now, aye then, I'll be your bloody captain.
Yeah!
Yeah. I forgot that he's a captain.
And withdrawing them,
Or becomes one, I
find it
guess.
better to be a commander than a common man.
You flatter me with your persistence. I'm looking for the observatory. Folks say you're the only man that can find it.
Folks are correct. Despite my distaste for your eagerness, I see in you a touch of untested genius. I'm Bartholomew Roberts.
Edward.
I've no secrets to share with you now. But if you'll lend me your aid, in 2 months' time west of the Leeward Islands, well, it's there you'll get some answers, I promise you.
Wait a minute. Is he Black Bart? Is that... well, I want to say, am I supposed to be surprised by that? Yes, I think I am supposed to be surprised. But I think I'm also supposed to know that, yes, he's Black Bart. If that even is who he is. Maybe it'll say in a database. I should check. Once it's done loading. Mysteriosa? Is that where we just were?
With scurvy, the fix is more pleasant than the cause. When you catch a dose from a horn, must treat it with quicksilver. You're fonder of getting the disease than you are of curing it. Something biting at you.
Oh, all men desire to live by a code or a creed, yes? Yet when pressed, most defer to their instincts rather than the laws that bind. What is the appeal of a creed if it does not yoke all men to like behavior?
Might make a man feel like he belongs to something. What's your answer?
Oh, that all men are sheep. That an old wolf like me deserves every ounce of blood he draws. Sail to this location. Bring only those you trust.
Let me see if I can fast travel to wherever we may. Sorry, I was thrown off because it's like, wait a minute, that's not where it said we were. Well, I can't see the island name, but yeah, that's probably right. And for a moment I confused. I thought these two names were similar. The Serenilla. And then this island, Santanilla. They're close, but not the same. Oh, apparently we're not going over here. Or the objective marker is not here yet. Alright, back to the Jackdaw. I swim. There we go. Took it a moment. Over this way. Yep, there it is, Black Bart's Gambit. So that's him. Yeah, I think they were intentionally obfuscating it, if that's the right word. And intentionally making it vague who that was. Calling him Roberts instead of Bartholomew. So if you actually did know Black Bart, it would take you longer to realize, like, hey, that's Black Bart. And it wasn't until he had the robes on, you know, or his coat on, and the coat and the hat, it's like, oh, that's right. The twist is that he's not just some guy. He's also a pirate captain cool guy. Now, what's the fastest way out of here? Let's go that way. Let's go to starboard.
Clews down! Catch some wind! They are aloft! Do not leave them muzzled!
Pretty sure this way leads out.
Crowd on every inch of sail! Unfurl aloft! Man your sheets!
Yeah, okay. Nope, never mind. More land, no. It's a long shanty. that was a pretty long shanty.
To larboard, sir. Looks like booty.
Oh, too late. We're already past it. This is a kind of stupid idea for a mechanic that really no one is asking for, but I would have liked if there was a button I could hold that would display the shanty lyrics. You know, like how when you're on an island, you can hold the button to get the shanty, or get the island information. Just do the same thing when a shanty's playing. Hold that same button. But instead, it's this button. Which is a little bit redundant. Hey, look, there's the princess. It's a little bit redundant because here's the telescope on R. And then you know what's on L? Also telescope, but with mortar. Like, couldn't you just put the mortar on the telescope? Giving me my shanty information button?
Douse the gallants and royals! Four! Haul up all but mains!
Ah, Captain Kenway. Should we use your ship for this next scheme or mine?
I'd first hear the details before deciding.
Oh, it's a small gambit. This fount of information has just told me that a nearby galleon contains the treasure I seek. For his sake, I hope he's right.
You've thought this plan through?
Indeed. Using this man, we'll acquire a Portuguese flag, which will get us as close to our target as possible. It's a very simple idea, if you follow my orders to the letter.
The jackdaw, then.
Excellent.
We're underway, Roberts. So what's your plan?
The flagship of this fleet is transporting a valuable treasure in a large chest. Crystal files filled with blood. You may remember.
We're chasing drams of blood. Is that all?
I asked you to follow my instructions to the letter, Captain, but I did not give you leave to question why. I want those blood vials intact, and if that does not happen, we part as enemies. Do you understand?
I'll try to, aye. Loose the stunts.
Are we stealthing? Are we in a point in the game where Edward will whisper commands rather than shout them? Which doesn't quite make sense, because how are you going to have all your crew hear your command if you're whispering? Isn't that the point of shouting the command? Is because there's multiple crewmen who need to hear the order to change how the sails are?
There's the thing for us, Captain. You see that ship here? We'll need its flag for this ruse to work.
If I can steal their flag without disturbing so much as a flea, I'll do it.
By all means, try.
Well, at least it's optional. They're distracting me.
Como se encontra nesta noite tão formosa?
Good thing the diving mechanics carry over from the deep diving. Although, actually, I think Edward could hold his breath longer there, but at least on the, you know, when you're doing it as a regular part of regular gameplay, it's still longer than any other assassin could hold their breath.
Há homens em terra neste momento em busca de uma árvore que sirva tal propósito.
Têm mercadores por entre vós? Então, quantos julga que serão?
Compõem a maior parte da nossa frota, senhor. Dos nossos 42 navios, diria que mais de 2/3 são embarcações mercantis.
Número considerável. Nesse caso, não duvido que estejam com receio dos piratas. Então?
Sim, senhor, exatamente. Daí as nossas precauções. Com tantos piratas nestas águas, esta frota necessita de bastante proteção. Não é uma tarefa leve guardar quase 3 dúzias de navios.
He had his foot on the thing,
mas não estou a
on
reconhecer
the
o seu navio.
beam.
Nem sequer transporta a bandeira do rei.
Sim, pois. Falando de pirata, este perigo foi retirado a bando.
Catch a flag. They didn't even notice.
É prazer falar consigo, jovem. Entregue os meus cumprimentos ao seu capitão.
Certo, senhor. Ele de momento está a dormir.
So now is where it would be nice for Edward, yeah, there we go. For Edward to dive into the water. You know, not when I'm in the middle of boarding a ship and I'm trying to get back down to the combat.
Got the flag?
Aye, and we're flying it now. This should do nicely.
Cool, I can't see it.
I'll keep my distance. Slow and steady.
Aye. The flag we stole won't protect us from eyes that pry too long.
Por favor, senhor, imploro-lhe que considere aquilo que está prestes a fazer.
Now é possível.
What's he whinging about?
He's not whinging, he's ecstatic.
Oh, but I know that's a lie, because I can read the subtitles. Do I have to keep going slow, or can I speed up? Is it like, do I just have to not get too close to a certain ship?
Come off the wind, someone.
I always want to use Eagle Vision at these points, but you can't do that on the ship. It's just become, you know, after 7 games, it's become instinct to enter a green circle and activate Eagle Vision.
Up ahead! They are unloading something from that ship.
Could that be our prize? Perhaps you should go ashore, Captain Kenway. Find that chest, and if it contains the prize I seek, bring it here. We'll tell this lot we're a ship rife with plague. They'll not come near them, lest they catch their dead.
Let's see if I can stealth swim to these bushes. Okay, guess I'll just leave them there. I was hoping I'd pull them in the bushes, but that's fine. Probably won't matter. It mattered. Got a notification, sorry. Distracted.
Ouvi uma história sobre um espanhol que veio visitar o nosso almirante.
daquele brico
Cá para mim,
afetados
era uma
pela...
Sim,
Vamos fazer.
Rafael, desperta uns quantos homens e remete aquele
pode
brico.
andar a passear pelo
Eles dizem que foram atacados pela peste, mas eu quero vê-los mais de perto.
Excuse me. There's a lot of people. For a moment they were staying red and I was scared.
O que está aquele brigo a fazer ali? É a nossa bandeira, mas acho que nunca o tinha visto antes.
I wonder if it was because the water was making noise, or we just happened to all be looking in that direction. I don't know if it's safe to move.
Por muito que amaldiçoe a marinha, a verdade é que nos faz bem à
I'll go
disciplina.
this way instead.
Convés deve ser organizado, tão limpo como o rabo de uma baleia. Por isso não é por rancor que o capitão nos coloca a esfregá-lo. É senso comum.
Tem mais a fazer.
Agora mais perto.
Well, I tried. Oh, man, I wanted to human shield the brute. There we go. Oh, he's taking another shot. Ain't that funny? A third shot. Wow. Thanks. Loot the tiny chest, Edward. It's funny, you died from that fall, but I don't even take fall damage from that fall. 3 upgrades available. Tail the ship. Well, I guess I gotta get back to the Jackdaw. Cloth. Oh, the Jackdaw came to me. Nice. Really quickly. Jeez.
The chest they hauled ashore was full of empty vials. Where's our Portuguese captain?
He had outlived his usefulness.
Where is he?
Sleeping
I thought I was moving.
soundly at the bottom of the sea.
How many men must we kill for a simple prize?
As many as drift into our path.
Honestly, Black Bart scared me more than Blackbeard did. Like, Blackbeard was a real tough dude, but he had good in his intentions. I don't know how much good I trust from Roberts.
Catch the wind. Blew up, short and sail.
You think I would fail if I start attacking a ship? Look at this mess. So many ships around. Excuse me. I'm through. It's kind of funny. They know I'm here, so it shouldn't matter if I shout.
Why don't you take the ship itself and save us a bit of time?
Aye, that's the way I play it.
I can bring the jackdaw closer, but those lookouts will be a problem.
Well spotted. I'll clear them off first.
On foot? Because if I'm going on foot, like, I'm already mostly there. But I assume if I grab the swivels, they're not going to be happy. Come on. I didn't even get a fair approach here. Stop looking at me. I can't see my miniature. Man, 2 gunners? That's not fair. Whatever. I swear, it's like the game knows what button my thumb is on and is always doing the opposite as to what I have my thumb on. Because when I have my thumb on the counter button, no one wants to counter. But as soon as I start attacking, that's when they want to counter. Stop it with the bell. Oh, that's not my gun. I don't know why they lost me, but okay. Is that a guy in a bush? There was a guy in the bush. Whoa! Now, you know what? I think I'm starting to feel that the damage does not matter. It still feels like it takes like 6 or 7 slashes just to kill someone. It's like that was the whole reason I wanted more damage on my swords, was because I wanted to be able to kill in like 3 or 4 slashes. Didn't I just human shield you? Convenient rope. Oh, come on, how did you see me coming? I'm gonna stop doing this the hard way.
We've been spotted. Took them long enough.
To quarters all, man the cannons! Every last hand!
On your command, Captain! Let's hear the roar of this beast!
Am I at the helm of a man of war again?
Loose and trim too!
Well, it's not my ship, so I can use the mortars as much as I want. Swivel this way so I can use my heavy chance. Oh, they got the legendary swivels. Oddly, no fire shot, whatever that's called, the heavy. more. Well, I got mortars. As soon as you come in range. They had gunpowder stored in their mast. See, they got the fire shot. Have I got barrels? Oh, I have backhands. That's weird. Okay, I think more ships are incoming, so I might as well just go. God, I can aim these. Not very well, but I can aim them. Well, we're almost there. Become anonymous to interact. No, I don't fancy a swim. I'm not going after their stuff. Oh, that's not helpful. Either come in range or don't. Come in range or get out of here. Fine, I'll come to you. They can chase me, but they're not gonna actually fight. They're just gonna stand there, float there, whatever, so I can't complete my objective. It's like they were doing their job, but they were doing it in a way that's more meta than they should.
Here's my prize. Ah, the Templars have been busy, I see. Lawrence Prince's blood. Useless now. Woods Rogers, Ben Hornigold, even Torres himself. Small quantities kept for a special purpose.
You must take me to the observatory, Roberts. I need to know what it is.
To what end, eh? Will you sell it from under my nose? Or work with me and use it to bolster our game?
Whatever improves my lot in life.
How ridiculous. A merry life and a short one, that's my motto. It's all the optimism I can muster. All right, Captain Kenway. You've earned a look.
Use a rope swing to kill the captain. Well, I tried. I was pressing the attack button as I was swinging towards him. I think I might end here. Hang on, let me see if there's... No, I still can't get the last Mayan stone. I guess there's not really anything for me to do between streams. But let me just be safe here. You want to fast travel to this location? Okay, I just wanted to make sure I'm not in a point where the game will not let me go do stuff between streams. So if I can fast travel, I assume I can go do all the other stuff. So I don't really know what I got to go looking for, but I guess maybe I'll pick up shanties. Maybe I'll go hunting down the remaining blueprints I have, or rather don't have. Trying to get manuscripts. I should at least read the ones I have, because I meant to do that to get an idea of what kind of story they're trying to tell with that stuff. Oh, speaking of, before I leave off here, let me get out of the Animus. Because I want to show a couple of files I got. Be here. So I got these market analyses, and it's funny. I was like, oh man, Assassin's Creed exists in Assassin's Creed. Well, maybe not every game, because if I watch this.
Our researchers looked into the life of Altair Ibn Lahad, hoping to find a biography that might serve as a positive role model for Abstergo's global outreach programs. Unfortunately, this renegade assassin proved to be no such thing. In much of his footage, we see a man gleefully flouting some of his culture's most entrenched taboos, with an arrogance that borders on messianic.
Altair, no! This is not our way! To burn a man's body is forbidden!
Many of our researchers felt that the arguments articulated by Altair's rival, a man known as Abbas, were clearer and more cogent than any we heard from Altair. I've recently put in a request that more effort be dedicated to locating one of Abbas's descendants, if any exist. It's clear to us that Altair's transgressions were the primary motivation behind the ultimate dissolution of his despicable order by the middle of the 13th century. We therefore strongly recommend a pass on this property, in favor of a more agreeable and inspiring figure from this era.
I.e. the Templars. I like how that was very clearly the trailer footage that they had where he had a crossbow, and then they later realized, like, oh wait, crossbows weren't a thing yet, and then they took it out, and then later stopped caring about whether or not the technology existed yet. So maybe Assassin's Creed 1 did exist, but instead of following Altair, it followed Abbas. I guess is basically what that says. And I think that, okay, so here, E Auditore, we obviously know who that is, but you can see from this picture, that's not any game we've gotten to play, so I don't know if that's something that you only get from the lore in 4, or if that's, like, maybe a set of animations or a whole movie that I haven't seen yet. But whatever that is, I apparently have to figure it out.
Our initial reports gave us hope that Enzio Auditore would serve as an
Enzio
for future Abstergo projects. His charisma, sexual magnetism, and wry humor gave him all the qualities of a leading man. However, his corruption by the Assassin Order robbed him of these qualities as he fell deeper and deeper into a spiral of revenge. Enzio was frequently known to articulate a passive acceptance of evil. He was also a man of ugly contradictions, one who preached free thought, yet traveled well beyond his home country to proselytize his corrupted creed, just as he's doing here with this impressionable Chinese girl. Notice, too, that in his gestures and bearing there is still something of the old lecher in him. Enzio's entire personality is built around pure demagoguery, claiming his philosophy is about love when violence and coercion are his primary means of tackling problems. We have therefore come to the conclusion that Enzio Auditore da Firenze would be a risky character to develop.
Like I don't mean to make fun of people's pronunciation of things. Like I'm definitely not good at pronouncing a lot of this stuff. But Enzio? There's no N in there. Yeah, I just realized I can look up on the wiki, like, whatever that is that shows more of Ezio from, I guess, after Revelations. Also, I like how he's like, oh, Ezio fell into a spiral of revenge that he never recovered from. Yes, he did. He recovered by the end of 2. And then you have all of Brotherhood and Revelations where he's not obsessed with revenge. I mean, I guess maybe not as much in Revelations. He's a grumpy old man on that one, but you know, he knows better still, though. Maybe it's more, he knows better and doesn't care anyway, because he's old, and, well, I don't want to say didn't have much time left on the earth, because apparently he did. But why did I unpause? Okay, yeah, that's all I wanted to show. See you Monday. Bye.